All right, so let's continue with the homework. Number 15 says Sierra is serving cake at a party. If the dimensions of the remaining cake are shown below, what was the original diameter of the cake? A couple lessons back, we were told that the diameter would cut a chord. A diameter is perpendicular to a chord, then it cuts the chord in half. So we're shown part of the diameter, the part represented by the 9 inches. And again, that part, the entire diameter, cuts this 12 inches into 6 and 6. So we can use part times part equals part times part to help us find the entire diameter. So part times part equals part times part. So we know one part of the diameter is 9. We don't know the other part, so let's call it x for now. So we're going to find it. And then we see the other chord has a total distance of 12, but that means each part is 6. So 6 times 6. So essentially we have 9x is equal to 36. So that means x, if we divide by 9 on both sides, is equal to 4. So the missing part of the diameter is 4 inches. So that means the entire diameter is 9 plus 4, which is 13 inches. Number 17, we have two secants. So we're going to use 10, 15, 16, which says out plus out times whole equals out times whole. So this is out. The entire whole piece would be 3x. This is out here. And the entire whole would be x plus 12. So again, we're using out times whole equals out times whole. So x times 3x is equal to 8 times x plus 12. So go ahead and multiply. We would get 3x squared is equal to 8x plus 8 times 12 is 96. And again, it's a quadratic, so we want to get everything to one side. The easiest thing to probably do is to subtract 3x squared, even though we don't traditionally like it that way, but you can. So subtract 3x squared, you would have 0 is equal to negative 3x squared plus 8x plus 96. So now we use the quadratic formula. Hopefully you've memorized it by now. So I'm just going to insert the correct numbers in their respective places. A is negative 3, B is 8, and C is 96. So you were probably thinking that C is always negative. That's not always true. It depends on what side of the equation you move it to. So it would be x equal negative b, which is 8, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a, which is negative 3, times c, which is 96. And I'm running off the screen, sorry. All over 2 times a, which is negative 3. So now let's grab our handy dandy calculator. So alpha Y equals, come on cursor, please go where you're told. So negative 8 plus square root. My cursor is lagging. My tablet is lagging, so it's not doing what it's supposed to right now. Oh man. Hold on, it doesn't want to seem to cooperate, so I'll have to use my mouse. Alright, second. What's going on with the widget? Let's close it. It's not cooperating. And open it again. Let's see if it'll work this time. Sorry, having calculator issues. And it doesn't want to seem to cooperate. Alrighty, let's try again. Alpha y equals negative 8 plus square root. Why is it not doing second? Well, I don't know what to tell you right now other than my calculator's not working. But the answer is in the back of the book, and I've showed you everything you needed to do to get the answer. Just make sure you type it in your calculator. You can also type it in stages, but I'm frustrated right now with the calculator, so I'm gonna move on to number 19. Maybe if I give it a rest for a little bit, it'll start to cooperate. Number 19. Again, the directions for this entire section is to find all the variables. So on 19, we have to find A and we have to find B. The first one I would find is A using 1017 because this line out here that has 10 next to it is a tangent. And then the 4, the A, and the 6 represent a secant. So I'm going to focus on those two lines, and I'm again going to use 1017, which says tangent squared is equal to the outside times the whole. So in this situation, the tangent again is 10, the outside is 4, and the whole thing would be the total, which is A plus 10. So it would be 10 squared equals 4 times A plus 10. 10 squared is 100. Then distribute the 4, you get 4A plus 40. Now subtract 40 from both sides, you would get 60 is equal to 4A. And divide by 4, you get 15 is equal to A. So now we have A. And I'm going to add that to the picture. And then to find b, you have several ways. You can use one of the theorems we just learned, or you know that this is a right triangle, so you can use Pythagorean's theorem. But since we need to practice the theorems we just learned, I'm going to use the two chords one, which is 10, 15, because this is a chord and this is a chord. So again, when you do the two chords, it's part times part equals part times part. So in other words, it's b times 8 equal to 6 times 15. So that's 8b equals 6 times 15, 90. And divide both sides by 8. B is approximately, let's see if I can get the calculator to work. Otherwise, I have to use a basic calculator. Let's clear my screen. All right. 90 divided by 8, 11.25, but they said round to the tenths, so that's about 11.3. And the last question, number 21. Woohoo! We're going to find C and D. To find C, I would use this secant here and this secant here. So that I would use out times whole equals out times whole. This is out, that's out. The whole thing is C plus 9. The whole thing is 11 plus 15, which is 26. So it's 9 times C plus 9 is equal to 11 times 26. Distribute, you get 9C plus 81 is equal to 11 times 26, 286. And subtract 81 and then divide by 9. So let's do all that together. First, subtract 81. Ah, come on. Cooperate, please. Which is 205, and then divide by 9. You get approximately 22.8. Okay, that one's done. Now to find D. I would use this secant again, and then D represents this tangent. So it's a tangent and a secant. So that means it would be D squared, which is the tangent, equal to outside times the whole, which is 26 again. So that's D squared is equal to 286 And then we take the square root of both sides to get d by itself. And the square root of 286 is... oh, it's going to work. Thank you, Lord. About 16.9. So that's how you get your homework done. So turn it in. This concludes the tutorial. Good luck.